Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. Today's video is on the best PvE units to get for doing sort of bandit raids, anything to really do with PvE. Now, these are all going to be purple because that's the current seasonal lock. I'll probably make another one when it comes to being able to use every unit. But these still, even when the legendary units are out, these are still really solid PvE units to be using. Now, people obviously have different preferences and stuff, but these are just my preferences as my favorite sort of go-to PvE sort of warband or units to be using. So let's have a look at the first one. So my first one is Armadillo Lancers. These guys are really solid for PvE, purely because they have a cover commander ability that basically means after a charge you just stick them on this and run through units, and you generally pick up quite a few kills with that, and they're just like easy to play. There's not much downtime. Like if you have let's say Dagger Axe Lancers, for example, once you use their two sort of come to me charge and normal charge, you've got quite a bit of cooldown waiting till they can do anything you know, in particular again. Where these guys, once you've used the charge on maybe a big clump, you can pull them onto cover commander and still roam around and really pick up some decent PvE kills. In terms of the other reason why they're really good for it is when you're not in combat or when you're sort of standing still or doing whatever, they do recover a bit of health. If you look here, we got unit recovers 0.25% of max health every second. So as you're going around, they're healing themselves up, so they got sustainability in terms of survivability. That's really nice. I tend to go top line with these. I think top line is really nice. I mean, you can go bottom. It recovers double the amount of health, but you lose that extra hit on enemies, and I feel like the damage probably wouldn't be that good. And you've already got 25%, 0.25 every second. So yeah, do you really need another 0.25%? Probably not. Probably worth going for the extra damage, movement speed, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's kind of up to you with that. I just like the top line better. In terms of doctrines, I just put a piercing, got a normal attacks, 5% extra damage, reduced damage while charging, an extra mobility, and yeah, cooldown reduction and extra piercing damage. Probably could put some other stuff on here, but for now this works well. I don't really bring them out in PvP that often, but I generally bring them out a lot or every time in PvE to kind of start off the battle, just to get me up to the units as quickly as possible. And yeah, we'll probably lose them after a little while, but they get me up to the first supply point, and you'll probably end up with 100 to 150 kills before these guys are even half dead. So yeah, this is my first unit, so let's go in and do a little bit with them. Armadillo Lancers are unlocked from Season 6, the Scourge of Winter, and they're the Tier 4. They're not too hard to unlock. There's not that many challenges, but very worth it. If you're planning on getting your bandits done every week, they're a really easy cavalry to use. So yeah, Season 6, Scourge of Winter. So once you're in with them, you just want to bring them with you. Obviously on the field bandit raid, they tend to work slightly better, but you can still get away with a very decent amount here. So we're going to move them up. We're not going to bother using the charge. We're going to get them in a big group out here, and then once we see the enemy, we are going to click 2 and put them on cover commander, and that should allow us to just roam through. But then if we see a big group like this, we can come around the corner, give them a charge. That should pick up quite a few. Then stick them on 2, and then we just roam. We just roam around, and they'll come through all the gaps, and just yeah, slice through these gunmen very easily. Halberdares can be a bit of a pain, but you know, this is just to get us fast into the first point. and we still have 12 left. And they'll just continue to roam around me and kill. Unfortunately, we just spawn a lot here, so we're going to try and come through here before they clamp down on my cavalry. We got 8 left, so still roaming around nicely. 100 kills, and I've just roamed into a lot of halberdiers. That's great. And we're off our horse. This is not good. But you can see, like, 110 kills, easily done. And we just have to roam around on a horse, essentially. So easy kills there. And you can do a lot better than I just did there, very easily, when you're not trying to watch what they're up to and you're just roaming about. But yeah, so that's my first one, Armadillo Lancers. One of my favourite PvE cavalries to be to use. My second unit is Halberdare Sergeants. Now, there are better bracing units for the Brachios, that sort of thing, but the reason why for PvE I really like these is they're quite fast, and you know, they're tanky enough that they're not going to just instantly get wiped. And also, a bonus for newer players is that these come from the honor tree, so they're really easy to get. Yeah, they just do really nicely. The main thing to do with these is go into phalanx formation, that's F2, and just put them on the outside of skirmishes with all the AI, and yeah, they'll just brace. Once they get braced in your bottom line, their heavy spears will stun, and they'll just pick up a lot of kills. But the nice thing is that because they're fast, they'll get the units quickly, and that when you're in bandit raids, you want to get as many kills as possible, as quickly as possible, so speed is kind of necessary. Yeah, so Halberdier Sergeants. And then in terms of doctrines, I've just got like Siege Fighter, a little rare Brace Doctrine, a rank 1 Piercing Defense Doctrine, a Breakthrough, and a Epic Polearm Doctrine. So yeah, they're very, very nice. So let's take a look at those. It's Halberdier Sergeants. Just for the speed that they go at, normally I would say like 4 Brachios, but the speed that these guys go at, you just get them braced up in a clump like this, and they just solidly pick up kills so quickly. They're tanky enough to take a bit of a beating, and you just brace them up in front of a unit there, and yeah, and then when someone moves their unit in, just bring them forward, push them in, and then we'll pick up another load. We haven't lost a single unit yet. They're pushing up again. We're going to push up even further. Just a really easy unit to get kills with, and also it's not on a seasonal thing, so you can do that. And when it comes to archers, just click V and let them smash them, because they don't need to brace to kill them. But yeah, you just get these on the honor tree, and are really nice to do PvE with. As long as you can get that brace in the right position, you can basically take anything else. And normally I'd obviously say take 4 Brachios, but these guys actually have a bit of speed to them, so it does make a bit of difference when everything's about trying to get as many kills as you possibly can. So yeah, once they brace up, just easy pickup of kills. Gonna pop them into this, and yep. Just instantly wipe those, and then if there's last archers, you can just set them off the charge and hope they'll get over there to pick up some kills. And then when they're over there, we'll click V, and now they'll just go around and slap down all of these archers and gunmen and stuff. So that's my second unit. My third one is a very new unit. It's only just come out, and this is obviously great for PvE and PvP. It's just a sheer amount of damage. Really nice. The Onomusha. I did a video on these not so long ago, just before I went away for a holiday, but now I'm obviously back. Yeah, these girls really hit hard, and are good for everything, really. But in terms of Vectory line, I've changed up a little bit since I last played them. We've gone, we go for Onslaught cooldown, we leave these here, and then we go for Inner Energy. So 3 points in there. So it's a bit of a change, but it seems to rack out a lot of damage. That's nice. And give them a little bit more survivability. That's great. They've got some quite beastly doctrines on them. So yeah, I hear that this wasn't working. I don't know if it's working now, but we will, I guess we'll find out. And yeah, so this is my third pick for PvE, and how you get these is Sendoku current season, and they're the tier 4 in the middle here. So you've got to get through the Ronin and get to those. If you're watching this in the current season, then this is really obvious to you, but if not, this is where you get them for. If we're many seasons down the line and you see this video. So let's take a look. So now we're on the third unit, the Onomusha. We're going to slowly put them into combat. Over here we got some lovely shields. Now these girls do a lot of damage. We just shove them in and everything dies. It's really quite impressive. Easy to use, 2 buttons. They are a bit of a paper tiger, but they are really good at killing shields. So we shove them in there and we just click. It's over and done with. It is over and done with very quickly. In fact, these probably are at the moment going to be the best unit around. It's a lot of damage. It really is, and minimal effort. Yeah, definitely worth getting for PvE and PvP purposes. Really, really lovely. Maybe slightly powerful, but you know, we're trying to rack up the kills. Still 28 of them left. That is lovely, 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 lovely. Oh, we've got a few guns here. See, guns will be a bit of a problem for these. We'll just try and take out a few of those. See if anyone's going to try and pop in. Actually, you know what? A little waste of time. But yeah, definitely one to be getting for all purposes, PvE and PvP. But obviously one of the best. So let's just continue to go through, slap these guys in the back, big old hit. Yes, lovely, lovely, lovely. And that's the new kind of victory line. You can see that every time it goes red, that's them getting heals, I believe. So again, really nice. Basically means they struggle to die. That seems very powerful. Yeah, I mean, now coming to it, you don't need any other unit, really. You can just get away with these. But in all seriousness, yeah, the other units, the Cavalry, in terms of the Armored Lancers, use them to get close as you get up, because they're nice and fast. And then if you're a new player, Halberdares are really solid. And then if you've unlocked these, then I'd say use these. You know, we're looking with the Armored Lancers, we get like 150 kills or whatever when we use them earlier on in the video, early doors. But yeah, obviously these we're sitting quite hard with them. You know, see, we got with these in this game, because before I didn't show you because I've done it in the other one, but we got 172 kills just getting to the supply point. So, and that gets us there first, gets us the kills very quickly, and then we've brought these out, and these got 440. So these are obviously incredibly, incredibly good, but this allowed us to get there very quickly and get the point and get the support points for taking the supply. So that's why these are on. And obviously this game we didn't use Halberdare Sergeants, but if you're a newer player and you haven't unlocked any of the seasonal units yet, then Halberdares, really lovely. Really, really lovely. So, yeah, that's my summary of that. Now, on to some honourable mentions. The first off will be the monks from last season. Really, really nice for PvE. Just because their spin has a nice little heal. Their deadly epicycle. Yeah, they're very, very good for PvE. We'll come to use them. But I think they're going to be outshined by the Onomusha now. So, but still, if you have them and you don't have the Onomusha yet, then monks are really, really good for it. Basically, anything that's got a passive heal or can get a heal off of fighting, great. But yeah, monks, you'll score a lot of kills with them. So that's one of my honourable mentions. And you get the Crescent monks from Eternal, and obviously you have to go through the shotgun pikes, as we call them, and then you get the crescent monks. Just work your way through the challenges like everything else. Is Berserkers not quite as good as monks or Onomusha at staying alive, but in the right scenario in PvE, like a bandit raid, yeah, really good, because they're self-healing from frenzy. Frenzy is really nice. So something to think about if you've maybe coming back to the game and you've got Berserkers from that season. So that's the Sons of Fenrir season that we'll have a look at now. I'll show you where you get them from. So you get them from the Wolves of Ragnarok, and they are obviously the tier 4 unit here. So you've got to go through the Sons of Fenrir to get there, but relatively easy as always. Just, you know, keep watching your challenges, and when you enter sieges, yeah, just do the challenges or pay them off, whatever floats your boat. Now, my last honourable mention is okay for bandit raids, but it's much better for things like if you've got to do expeditions. Stalwarts. Stalwarts are a real solid unit in expeditions, purely because you can block up hallways and stuff like that. They're really tanky. You can put a little self-heal on them, so, you know, you can heal them up every time. And yeah, just really solid. So I wouldn't advise probably bandit raids with them. Maybe a very particular bandit raid if your other teammates have kind of slow units, but they're a bit slow for bandit raids. But expeditions wise, so PvE still, but Stalwarts I would say would be my favourite for that, purely because the survivability and just the ability to just block up a corridor. Stalwarts, really, really nice. And I'll show you where you get Stalwarts from. Stalwarts come from Season 5, and they are here. That is, yeah, they're relatively easy to get. Just work your way through it, and you have a nice little brace unit that's, you know, it's an all-round okay unit. It's definitely much better for PvE than PvP at the moment, but solid, really solid. So yeah. Well, that's it, guys. I know there are plenty of other units that are really good at PvE and stuff, but this is just my pick. So, you know, everyone's got their personal preference. I'm just trying to show potentially new players what's really good for PvE. Most of the time, the newest unit out is normally the best for it, but sometimes there might be a disparity in that. But yeah, so you know, there'll be other ones that people will say are really good, that they probably are. These are just my 6, my 3, and then my 3 honourable mentions. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. There'll be more content on the way. I've just got back from holiday, so this is my first video back. Just wanted to bang it out after I'm doing my bandit raids. I was like, actually, yeah, quite a little interesting topic for new players anyway. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. If you're not subbed, then I really appreciate you hitting the sub button. Helps a lot. If not, the like button also helps. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.